I'm enjoying you guys' smiles for sure. I'm you know, outside I look real tough, but I'm very sensitive. Oh, so I want to cry right now, but I'm not. Thank you guys for coming out. This means a lot to me. I never thought 10 years ago that I would be right here doing what I'm doing. And by far, this is incredible. I mean, this morning I woke up, I was kind of stressed out, but not really. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you understand that, but this is not stressful. This is awesome. So, you know, first things first, God, family, and all you. So I'm excited that you guys came out here, and I want you guys to enjoy every minute with your family, because you never know what can happen in a second. You want to come up here, son? Now, this is my youngest boy, Tay. I love this boy to death. You want to say something?
I love everybody because he's my family, and I miss him, and I miss him so much.
Hey, good job, good job. That's awesome. That's incredible. See, that's what we build. I hope everybody enjoys the food. Hey, Southern Comfort, thank you so much. You hear me, boy? All right. I'm not good at this emeritus, right? Emeritus. I don't know. Awesome people. They're always there to help me out when I need it. So thank you guys so much. Legends Lawn Care and Landscaping, they're out here. Justine and Chris right here. Thank you guys so much as well. I'm not going to forget anybody, so I'm going to say, everybody, thank you. Everybody. So here we go. My story is it's pretty basic. Hey, how many people's been to prison? Dang, that is awesome. Okay, so we got 2 people. That's incredible. Okay. Well, leaving prison, you know, they may, you know, if somebody was to say how many people are going to come back to prison, everybody would have raised their hands, you know what I mean? Because honestly, not too many people make it. But I don't look at it like that. I just had goals, and I wrote down goals, and I had ambition. You know, that was instilled in me through life, trials and tribulations and things that I've been through, you know, as a child and stuff. So I didn't want to fail. I had enough. I went to prison. I did a 7-year sentence. I was facing 32 years. I had 17 felonies on this case. I really didn't know what was going to happen when I went to court. I knew that I was about to face a trial. I asked God to protect me and be my shield. At the time, I had, you know, I was very humble. I've been through a lot. You know, at the time, it was like there's nothing else could happen. If you're gonna lock me down, lock me down. You know what I mean? I'm an animal, so that's what you got to do. But I'm gonna stand and take that. So when I went to the courtroom that day, Kirk Kearns, I don't know if you're familiar with him. He was my lawyer. They call him a warrior lawyer. And honestly, I think I think he's a warrior for God, because that man saved my life, and not only mine, but a couple other friends of mine. And there's a couple doing great as well. I don't know their stories as far as I know mine, but it's been a long road. And every day I wake up, it's hard. I mean, it's not easy because, you know, I come to work and I work. I mean, some people say, you don't work, man. You don't get dirty. You in here, nice stuff, nice clothes, and you ain't working hard. Well, I work hard, man. Hey. But at the end of the day, I take care of my family doing what I love doing, so it's not really work. So I'm not, you know, so basically what I'm going to tell you right now is dreams overpower everything, okay? And that's the truth. So the slogan is dope. It's the new dope. Dreams overpower everything. I will no longer sell drugs. I'll no longer do that in my life. I will no longer gangbang. I won't do any of that. So anyway, I'm going to get the long story short and just tell you how it is real quick. And, you know, like I said, 10 years ago, I was facing 32 years in prison. I got sentenced to 83 months. It was 7 years. And then I've been in the system since I was 12 years old. You know, for some people, I'm 33 now. You know, I was on corrections, kept messing up, probation. I was always trying to show the older kids that, you know, what I'm about. Just trying to show out, show off, whatever, you know. But at the end of the day, it did nothing to me but held me back. Because right now I'm successful at doing what I'm doing, but it's a setback because if I wasn't, you know, if I knew what I knew now, then I'd probably have Kansas sewed up, Missouri sewed up, everything around Colorado, there'd be barbershops all over. But for now, it's just the baby steps, but it's gonna happen. You believe that. You know, I'm not good at talking on the microphone. Straight up, I'm gonna keep it 100. I've never done this before, so I'm kind of nervous. If you ain't watched my YouTube video, you know, it's Dreams Overpower Everything on YouTube. It's 15 minutes long. You know, I suggest you guys go home when you got time, free time, whatever you can. You got children, you know, put it on your TV and watch it. Share it with friends and family because it's the truth. Everything I'm telling you is the truth. You know, I was in prison. You know, I was in work release. And before I went to work release, before any of that was going to happen, you know, I was in prison. I was you know, when I got sentenced, they put me in maximum security. I went to Lansing. I went shipped to Hutch. Then they shipped me back to Lansing. They said I was a security threat for security threat group. Are you familiar with what security threat group is in prison? Okay. Well, what that is you're a security threat to inmates and staff, meaning they're saying that I was running the Mexicans and the blacks as far as a gang movement, you know, and they were saying that I was calling shots, telling people to whoop people and do all this and stuff. Well, you know, they just got the wrong idea. It's because everybody loved me, you know, and then that's the truth. You know, if there was a war about to jump off between the Mexicans and the blacks, the Crips, the Bloods, or whatever, you know, they would come to me and talk. I don't know why. I guess because I'm just a nice guy, you know. And I believe it or not, I've stopped several wars in there between the Mexicans and the blacks, and I ceased that stuff to make it, you know, smooth sailing. So you guards, man, I helped you a few times, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, when I was facing all this, they were telling me I'm max custody. I'll never see minimum custody. That, you know, my gang points, I got GD on my arms, pitchforks on my eyes, and, you know, all this stuff. They were telling me that because of that and their system and how it works, that I'll forever have to stay in maximum security. So at that time when I was told that, I was let down because I had other goals and things that I wanted to accomplish, you know, further down the line while I was incarcerated. But I didn't give up. You know, I did not give up. And the first time I really believed in God, I was sitting in the Hutchinson correctional facility here in, I want to say, B cell house. And it's a maximum security. And while I was sitting in that cell house, it was B2 actually. That night, it was miserable, man. I mean, it was, I love rap. I love hip hop. I love all types of music. But when somebody's just beating on a desk next to your cell, and it's loud, it's annoying, and it's late at night, you're locked up, you want them to shut up. You know, you don't want to hear that, man. You're like, dude, just shut up. So I'm telling this dude, hey, man, shut up, because I'm trying to sleep. And he's like, man, F you. You know, I'm like, man, whatever, man. You don't want to see me, dude. And he's like, no, you don't want to see me. So meaning, you don't want to see me, meaning you don't want these hands, okay? So I'm like, okay, he's feeling himself. And so I tell him, okay, when 4 a.m. comes along, these cells open, we're going to see who's going to see who, all right? One of us is going to go to the hole, whether someone's going to get whooped, whether it's me or him, it's going down. As soon as that cell opens, it's on. So that night I'm laying there and I'm telling myself, what did I do that for? You know, I need to better myself. I still got 6 years and 11 months to do, and some odd days. And I'm sitting here ready to go to war with some dude I do not know because he's rapping. Okay, this dude is in there for life, okay? I got the rundown because when you're incarcerated, your partners kind of look out. They're porters, you know, the guys that mop the floors and everything. Well, they know who I was. They were familiar with what I became, who I was, and what gang I claimed at the time. So they were familiar with me. So I got the rundown on him before I even closed my eyes down that night while I was laying down. And he was in there on a murder case. He was never coming home. So who knows what was going to happen when that cell opened. You know, either he was going to stab me or whatever, just whatever it may be. Anyhow, I prayed that night. I asked God, I said, God, man, please help me through this struggle right here. Because when this cell's open in the morning, we're going to get it. And it's already going to happen. And I asked God, man, to protect me, you know. And whatever the situation may be, I hope that he looks over me. And that man did that. That night, at 4 a.m., they have breakfast call. Okay, they call breakfast. So everybody's getting up for breakfast. Well, 3:30 in the morning, if you're moving from one prison to the other prison, they come and drop your boxes down. You familiar with that, Diesel? You familiar with that, Mark? They drop the boxes and they tell you you're moving to another camp, meaning another prison. Well, that morning after I prayed, I went to sleep. I woke up. I heard boxes drop. Bang. And I looked out. I'm like, what's up? And they go, and it wasn't for me. It was for my neighbor who I was going to get into at 4 a.m. no matter what. And the boxes were dropped at his cell house, so he was getting moved to another prison immediately. Meaning, I wasn't going to see him at breakfast. You know, God answered that prayer, okay? I don't know what he was doing, but he answered that prayer. And that's when I believed that God's real. He had his hand on me that day. You know, this guy had a life sentence. I had 7. I was way bigger than him. You know, he may have had a knife, but I don't care. At the situation, God, thank you, because he saved my life. So that's my little testimony, and that's when I became, you know, I'm not a Bible thumper. I don't go to church every day. I don't go to church every Sunday and stuff. I have a personal relationship, and me and my family we pray. I said play. I got cotton mouth up here. But we pray, you know, before we eat and at night, and we prayed before we came here to this event tonight. But so I do believe in God.